Hey, it's Becky from Patchwork Posse and Patchworkers Plus, my online quilt group. Today, we are going to take a look at what I picked up at the thrift store. So when I first began quilting, a lot of my first quilts were made with clothes and fabric that I had cut up from men's dress shirts, to be exact. So today I'm going to walk you through what I saw at the thrift store, what to keep your eye out for while you are shopping at the thrift store, as well as I'm going to be sharing my haul. What shirts did I pick up? What fabric do they contain? As well as some fun bonus things that you can find and reuse and repurpose into your sewing projects and quilts. Thrift stores are really the perfect place to find great deals on a lot of different things, and depending on your thrift store and how they have it set up, there might be an area for like quilting or yarn or something specific like that. If there's not, usually you can kind of dig through things and find things. I find a few things in random places. I have found rulers in just like a knick-knack area, and it didn't have the instructions for it, but I knew exactly what the ruler was, and so I was able to pick it up. But just in case you may not know that that clothing is really the perfect place to look for yardage. Many of my first quilts actually were from thrifted shirts, men's shirts specifically. And I thought, you know, it's been a while since I have made one. And I usually, when I go to retreats, sometimes I bring a collection of fabrics just to kind of play and explore, because this is a great time to enjoy yourself chatting with others while not thinking about measurements, sizes, specific instructions, and just having fun. So with that in mind, I have a retreat coming up, and I thought maybe it's time to go look and see what they have, what I could use, and pick up some things. So here we go. I've got a couple bags, and I did really well today. I do have to say I did really well. So to begin with, you just never know what you're gonna find, okay? And all of this stuff I am prepared to wash prior to using, so it's not a big deal. It has been pre-worn, and which allows the fabric to soften up, but then you know that it shouldn't necessarily bleed when you wash it again, which is a great thing. So let me show you what I found in this bag. So we've got a lot of shirts. Now I found flannel shirts as well as cotton shirts. These shirts are Wranglers. Oh my gosh, love them. This one has a little sparkle thread, but the pockets have different designs on the plackets, and they are all snaps. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this for a quilt yet. We will see, but I'm super excited about my Wrangler shirt collection so far. Not all of them are Wranglers. What I decided after I found the Wranglers, so there's this Wrangler one. There's a few others. Let me grab my other bag here. After I found the first Wrangler shirt, I thought, okay, I am going to go with plaids and flannels, okay? And so then going through the piles, I know, this is so awesome, right? Then going through the piles, or going through the racks of clothes, then I was looking for something specific. So if you're kind of at a loss as to where to start or what to begin with, find a few things that you really like. And after you find a few things that you really like, look to see if there is a common thread, to say, connecting them all. So I found one Wrangler shirt. Here is my second Wrangler shirt. And my third Wrangler shirt. Now this one has some beautiful thread work on top, which is going to be a lot of fun to see if I can incorporate that in a quilt. So we'll see. But after I found the 3 shirts, I was like, okay, let's go for plaid. Let's go for plaids. And the plaids would include flannel as well as cotton. And so I have got these 3. And then I found a plaid. Let's see. A second plaid. So all of them are kind of, I would say, in the same kind of color tones as well. And then here is another plaid that's cotton. After that, I went for plaids that were flannel. So these are fuzzy, they are soft, they are ready to be cut up into a quilt. Now, if you can find extra, extra large, 2XLs, 3XLs, whatever, the larger your shirt, the better when it comes to getting yardage out of shirts. And I've got another plaid. Got another cotton or flannel plaid as well. This one is kind of a neutral color, so I really looked for ones that had a lot of color, but I did not shy away from maybe picking up a neutral as well. These are Old Navy shirts, billabongs. This one is a hoodie. So don't discount other shirts. Just because it's not a collared shirt doesn't mean it won't work for maybe what I'm looking for. Oh, and then I did find another shirt and it was striped. So it wasn't a plaid, but it did have a pattern in it. And I was like, what the heck, let's just go for it. So I'm just gonna say each of these shirts cost me $1. And depending on how much yardage I actually get out of them, that is quite a good deal for cotton. What you do want to kind of look for and make sure, if you are wanting to keep with 100% cotton, is to check the labels. And so a lot of times you're probably good enough that you know by the feel of it whether or not it is all cotton. And also if it has a stretch or not, then you would have a spandex or something else inside. You could give your fabric a stretch to see if it does have an elastic or a spandex inside. Now, when I'm looking for these shirts as well, I might find ones that are a little worn or maybe even have a stain. So this one has got some marks right here. I'm not worried about it because I can cut around it. I'm going to give these a wash first before I use them, and then when I start cutting them up, I'll be able to see what if I need to cut around any other areas or something like that. So most of these shirts are 100% cotton. I'm not sure. People love to cut their tags off because they're itchy. So a lot of times you have a hard time finding what the content is for your shirt, and I am just not finding it. This one I debated on a little bit. It's a little more bald. However, what I might do is use the inside of the shirt, because the outside is showing a lot of balling, and I can take care of that with a shaver or whatever else if I want. But don't discount the inside fabric. So this is really smooth cotton. It's in great shape, and it has less stains maybe. So if you do find that your shirt is stained, see what the inside is doing as well as the outside, and if you can use that. Yeah, okay, finally, I've got a tag that says 100% cotton, and it's got actually 2 little buttons. So I got bonus buttons for what I bought as well, so I can clip those all off. I have a large button collection, and usually it's because I take the plackets off of the shirts and save all the buttons. and add to my stash. So there you go with the shirts that I picked up. All of them are plaid or flannel cotton, but I'm excited to kind of like start exploring and seeing what I can come up with using shirts. Another thing that you can look for is linen. And so I found a pair of 100% linen pants. Now, depending on the project that you're doing, linen can be great for like table runners, mug rugs, and things like that. Smaller projects, if you want. They can go into quilts just fine as well. Pillows, the backing of pillows. Just know that it's going to stretch in a different way. It's going to move in a different way depending on the weave of the linen. So it might behave differently than your 100% cotton, but linen is a great fabric to explore a few different things with as well. I did find this dress. They had all their clothes on for $1, and so this was a steal. So I found the dress for $1. Now, this is 100% cotton. Look how cute this print is. So cute. And look at all this yardage. So it is a full skirt that has been gathered at the waist. So when you take this apart, it actually is a ton of yardage. So the skirt probably is 4 yards. 4 yards in this for $1. And it's 100% cotton. And it's so cute. So this is very usable in a quilt. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of using clothes because it's 100% cotton. I also found, after watching a few YouTube videos on others who thrift for fabric, it piqued my interest to look for the linen because I don't know, I love to make other things and explore using other fabrics in my projects. They might not get posted here or on the blog, but I still love to explore. And so it made me look for the linen. It also made me look for silk. So this shirt is actually, no, it's a robe. It's a bathrobe. And the label says 100% silk. And it's a gorgeous red. I don't know what I'm going to use this for. Maybe for a lining for a bag, maybe for a lining for sunglasses or something else. But it is 100% silk and something that I can explore using in some of my projects if I wanted to. I also look always kind of at their baskets and their bins, and so I found this rope bowl, which I have never made one. It's on my to-do list that's ever long, and the rope bowl, it was $2. So I can stick this on my shelf, put some cute little fabric in here, or a collection of thread or whatever, but rope bowls are a lot of fun, and if you pick them up at the thrift store, they're a lot cheaper. And possibly a lot quicker because you don't have to spend the time to make one if you haven't gotten to that part of your list yet. Another thing I look for is leather. So this is a genuine leather. I looked inside at the label and made sure, but yep, right there. There's my label. This one actually has it. It says genuine leather. And one, can either use this how it is, and if I love this shape, size, whatever, I can go ahead and use it after I condition it or maybe, give it some love and a wash before. But two, there's nothing wrong with cutting this up and using it for something else. This is, and it can be seen just like the shirts as far as it is yardage of fabric. In this case, it's leather. And so I can unpick the seams, I can remove the inside, I can make my own new inside if I want, or I can cut this up and use it for making a new pouch, a new zipper bag, or whatever I want. So, just because it's fantastic doesn't mean you have to use it as it was intended. It's got these great leather straps on here as well. And I believe they're just tied in a knot inside, but you can't see it. It has grommets already that are put on, so I can cut this section away and use the grommet area for something else. I can cut the leather straps out and use it for something else or another bag, or I can cut it short and make it for, you know, just a little wristlet strap or something else. But picking up bags that are leather are also a great way of finding yardage for your projects. The other day I went to a yard sale and I picked up a brand new package of Aqua Magic Plus dissolvable adhesive stabilizer. So this is stabilizer for hoopless embroidery and for complete washout. This is brand new. It is still in its package. And I probably paid $1 for that. Because sometimes they just end up with things, they don't know what it is. They're selling it for somebody else. It's a collection of whatever, and they just don't know. So hop on over to yard sales as well to find some good deals. Along with that, I found this as well. So this is a roll of random stabilizer. I don't believe it's fusible. I have not checked it, but I think it's a sew-in stabilizer or maybe a backing stabilizer for, again, embroidery. I also found a package that has not been opened yet of Shape Flex interfacing. So lightweight to midweight. This one is a fusible stabilizer. And this I probably paid $1 for as well. So you never know what you're going to find. Every once in a while, just pop into the thrift store, pop into yard sales or whatever. Take a look around. It's not that you have to buy everything that you see. It's just if you can use it and you've got a thought in mind for putting something together, then why not? Why not explore? The last thing I wanted to share was this king size bed skirt. Now I got this for $4 and it has a crochet border edge. So it's probably like 10 inches or so and it's crochet, it's gorgeous. I'm thinking I might just use this what it's intended for, a bed skirt and for the mattress. I have not opened it to see what kind of condition the crochet is in. So just depending on how that goes, I may end up cutting this and putting it into pillows or other things like that. So you just never know. For now, I'm going to wash it, use it as intended, and see how it goes. But if I don't use it like that, then I can explore other options for it. In the past, I've also found extremely heavy, but ultimately fabulous irons. I do love my Oliso. I have the regular one that pops up with the feet, as well as the mini with the light, which is fantastic. But I do love the heft of this iron. It's a Sunbeam. It's an Iron Master. Oh my gosh, I think I paid $2 for it. It's model A4. I don't know, but this thing could, this thing can scorch anything you place in front of it. So with these, you have to be super, super, super careful with and watch them, and they don't have an automatic shut off. However, they really, you know, thrift stores or yard sales are a fantastic place to find replacement irons or, you know, irons that go along with your collection as well. So I just want to know, have you ever used a thrift store? Do you make quilts out of shirts, out of dresses and skirts, out of linen pants? What have you found at the thrift store that you have used in either your quilts or other fun projects? This is just the haul from today, but I'm excited to wash these up, prep them for cutting up and figuring out what pattern I can use to make a quilt out of all of these.